Well, I'm gonna run. I'm watching you video. I saw that. Just when I started running. I see how it is. Just when I started running. And yeah, I'm just gonna start running around, especially to get to the kitchen. Let's go. I kind of want to see more of the haunting, so yeah, I'm just gonna start running around, making noise. Yeah. Whatever presence is in this house did not like that. Okay. Back to the kitchen, and now we can clean up the water with a dirty dishcloth. I'm actually doing housework. Usually in horror games, well, video games in general, you end up, whatever character you're playing as, you end up doing the work of a janitor or a housekeep. You know what I mean? Where you can be the biggest, most specially trained super soldier in the universe, but for some reason it's always, can you go reconnect the cable? Because the lights went out. Can you hack the computer? It always ends up with menial tasks. Right, back down to the basement. Put the power back on. Whoa. Oh, was that the face again? So if you keep close eye on... We keep seeing a figure. If you keep a close eye on it and pay attention, you'll see this same figure popping up every now and again. And if you play close attention while you're playing the game, that will help, and play it on a higher difficulty, you'll see the figure and you'll work out who it is. Oh, the boiler's working. Oh, wait, Alexander, no, you're going up. Yeah, I don't care if you don't like the outside, you're going. Right. So, we want to use remote control. Oh, it does not work. I must do something to keep the water from dripping. Oh, yes. Let's fix the boiler. So, if we remember, the unhelpful thing to the side said, keep the blue button pressed for 4 seconds. That's red. That's green. There's the blue. There. Done. Alright. Boiler is reset. Now we can open the garage door. And now we can leave. Because why wouldn't you leave? This place is clearly haunted. You don't have a gun. Not that would help, but it'd be reassuring anyway. Battery clamps. Household pair of standard battery clamps. They seem to be in good shape. Mr. Sebastian's car. It looks like it broke down. And there seems to be a trail leading over here. Now, we did hear the sound of a dog barking and then yelping when something hit it, so I think something dragged the dog away. Ah, one of the folders. I should take the folder. Haiku folder number 2. Now, since we're outside, we can run around and play as much as we want, because I think we're safe out here. From what I've gathered, we're safe. It's only when you're indoors that it's dangerous. Oh, check it first. Okay, nice and quiet. Yeah. I left my key inside before going away. I must find Masha's now. Ah. We need to find another key. I have time to plant new grass for the lawn when I left to care for my brother. Ah. Okay, so that's where he's been. He went to go take care of his brother. Hence why he missed all of this horrible curse, haunting, and just unpleasantness altogether. Okay, let's go back up to the guest bedroom, because we had a light They needed to be turned on back there, but we couldn't. But now that the electricity's fixed, we should be able to get around. Oh yeah, it's kind of pleasant in here now. Did I check?
Hello? Is anybody there?
Should I? You know what? I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna pretend like that didn't happen. It might be time to have a drink. Everything's getting creepy. Yeah, Alexander's getting freaked out a bit here. Okay, it might be time to have a sip from the flask. You see what I mean? All that running around really stirred something up. Okay, let's go turn this light on. There we go. Now it's nice and safe. Actually, don't know if it's safe, but let's... yeah. The light's on at least. Records belonging to Miss Catherine. They gave them to her at work. What are they doing here? And there's a doll. Red rag doll. A rag doll with a flower in her hair. Masha sewed a nice mouth on this doll. The children like it. And it flops around. You know what? I'm gonna take a sip out of my hip flask. Oh. Okay, he's not freaking out right now. So he doesn't need to take it right now. Masha's recording. A voice recording of Hush's mansion housekeeper Masha. The label on the cassette reads September 11th, 1998.
I am starting to worry. A few days ago, Mrs. Catherine started sleeping in Saul's room with the children. She's been avoiding me lately. Is she ashamed or something?
That's quite the conclusion to jump to.
For 16 years, with her and Mr. Sebastian.
That is a long time.
I've seen their children grow since they were babies. I don't understand this sudden change in attitude. I saw her playing and reading with the children.
Uh-oh. Okay, maybe it isn't safe to be here. I'm gonna go stand in the next room because I don't trust those lights staying on the whole time. Also, I need to listen to that full recording. I was interrupted by a spook.
I saw her playing and reading with the children in the living room last night. They looked exhausted. I could hear it in their voices, but they wouldn't go to sleep. They seemed to be avoiding it at all costs. I had a terrible nightmare last night. Something was lurking in the house. But in my attempt to escape, I couldn't find the main door. It was as if it didn't exist. Or as if I couldn't make it to the entrance hall. The strangest thing is that I don't remember waking up.
The nightmares they are having seem to be affecting them. Or they're not really sure if they're nightmares because they don't realize when they're asleep or when they're awake. Maybe what's happening to them is happening for real, but they assume they're nightmares because of how outlandish and weird everything is. Oh, speaking of... I did have to knock that door down. The darkness. Something terrible is drawing near. You need to hide before it's too late. Look around you to find a place where you can go undetected. Once you've interacted with the hiding place, it will appear on the map with the following symbol. Time is short to run, hold shift.
Quick,
So yeah,
into a hiding place.
wardrobe. You can fit a body in there. Oh boy. Okay, the darkness. Keeping calm. You've managed to hide from the darkness, but the worst is yet to come. Try to keep a level head. To calm down, follow the rhythm of your heartbeat by pressing space. When the white border reaches the center of the circle, don't let your heart beat too fast or you'll start to panic. Above all else, don't look at it. Okay, it's all about timing. There. Oh, slowing down. Oh, well. Okay, that was very easy because that's the tutorial. That can get very difficult, especially later on. One of the things that I feel that could have been
What exactly has happened here?
improved was... You need to calm down. One of the things I think could have been improved is the quick time events letting you know when you got it wrong, because it's very unclear. When you get it wrong, there's a kind of shake or a shudder, but it's not enough to let you know you got it wrong. It shouldn't... I think the best way to do it would be to have it turn a red color if you are messing it up, for instance. So if I was to mess that up, it would turn red to let me know I'm not doing it correctly. There isn't enough feedback for the player to know that they are doing it wrong. And the problem with this is, if you are doing it wrong and you're not sure of that, you're going to continue doing it wrong, and that's going to end up with you losing a character. It's one of those things that I think could be fixed in a sequel. Please make a sequel to this. I really hope so. I really, really want a sequel. Mr. Sebastian bought these toys from his friend, Mr. Faber's store many years ago. Uh-huh. Oh, look, more creepy drawings, good. Second drawing by Saul. A drawing done by Hush's youngest child. So, once again, it's the family gathered around the paraffin lamp? The gas-lit lamp, anyway. We saw the photo before that was the same scene, but now we get to see Saul's drawing. So, they survived this encounter? I think? Because otherwise, how would they draw it? I mean, we don't even know who took the picture, to be honest. But I think things are a little more complicated than that in this game. Ooh, dollhouse. Children's dollhouse. Mr. Sebastian wanted it to look like this mansion. Uh-huh. Alright. At least we have a place to hide now. Okay. Now. Oh boy, that got so much worse. Well, Alexander, as the housekeeper, you've a heck of a job ahead of you. And someone's crying. Right, let's go back outside and let's go find the light, because we can hook that up now since I have the clamps from the car. Battery clamps. There we go. Suppose I could rotate the floodlight? I suppose, yeah. Alright. We got Alan Wake rules now. We use the light to get rid of the horrible black goo. Oh, too much. Try again. There we go. Okay, now that's unlocked. So much stuff relies on us getting that electricity working. It just so happens that that puzzle is incredibly difficult. I'm not falling for that. Listen to the door first. Okay, everything seems to be good. Let's try seeing what's going on the other side. The children were excited to have the picture taken in black and white like their parents. Ooh, key. Masha's key. This is my wife's key. Alright, now we can get into the servants' quarters by the back door in the garden. But let's have a look around here first. Julia. Seems safe enough. one of the these modern type music groups kids listen to. I prefer Tchaikovsky. I butchered that name. Typical posters young kids like to put up. Oh. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, that's not good. Nope. Nope. Well, I think it's time to have a drink. Yep, we definitely need to have a drink after that. So, that's a rare one. That one doesn't often happen. It's also foreshadowing for something later on in the game, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Another tape. Julia and Saul's recording. A voice recording of the Hush of Children, labelled on the cassette, reads J and S September 14th, 98.
Mommy's really scared.
Understandable.
I'm scared too. She's broken all the mirrors in the house.
None of the mirrors were broken.
And that song? I hear it everywhere. I wish we had never listened to it. Something is watching us.
Not good. Yeah, we saw a bunch of mirrors around the house. Alexander commented on them how dusty they were, because no one's cleaned them, because everyone seems to have vanished, so... Interesting. Julia's bed, made like in the military, but there's dust on the bedspread. Nobody has slept here in days. Julia's always been a good competitor. Little Julia skates and medals. I'm so proud of her. They emptied out Julia's wardrobe, so now I'd fit inside. Okay, we got another place to hide at least. Instant glue. This is the glue I use to fix furniture. Sweet. Why is it in Julia's room? Next to her bed. Well, I guess in this situation you'd need a coping mechanism. Fair enough. Oh yeah, let's listen to the door before we go back out. Wait. No, I think it's safe. I think. Okay, yeah, that sounds safe too.
Jesus, that toilet stinks.
Oh no. Something is clogging the toilet, and nobody has removed it. Where is everybody? Once again, it's up to Alexander to do the housekeeping. It makes sense for this character more than anyone else, though, to be honest. Oh! You know what? At least he didn't stick his bare hand down there, like a certain Mr. James Sunderland. He actually used tongs to grab this disgusting thing. Ragdoll, dirty old ragdoll. The poor thing is all patched up. This is a mess. Saul must have thrown it in the toilet. But why? Saul must have done this. That's Saul, I guess. For the love of God. Oh, that mirror's broken. Okay. They tried to block the door to the room with this bookcase. Oh, that's not good. Ooh. Saul's room. Oh. It's the children. Quick, Alexander, save the children. Alexander's story came to an end. So I think that's a fitting end to Alexander's story. He probably, his desire to find and save the children outweighed the logic. That's what I'm going with anyway. Okay, so we lost a character. So now we have to pick a new character to continue the story. We have Sophie, obviously looking for Daniel. We have Etienne, his boss, who's looking for Daniel and Husher. And then we have... oh, well, we don't have Alexander anymore. And then we have Alina Ramos. We'll play as Alina. My logic being, Alexander put the electricity back on, so the security alarm, the intruder alarm, is now working, and it's sending out a signal to the security agency so they can come check it out and fix it. That's my logic. That's what I'm sticking with in order to tell this story that I'm trying to craft together by killing characters off. Losing your characters. Sadly, you just lost one of your characters. When this happens, the victim is no longer a part of the story. If you lose a character, every item in the inventory will drop on the ground. The location of these items will appear on the map with the following icon. As long as you still have the playable characters, your progress in the game will be saved. Be careful, if you lose them all, you'll have to restart the episode. When you first play this, you're gonna lose people. That's just how it is, because there's certain stuff that happens that you will not see coming. Tricycle, my sister and I had one like it when we were little. Alright, so Alina, she's here on a call. An alarm started going off. She's here to fix it. Because no one stopped it themselves. That's the story.
The door was open. Were they waiting for me?
If they were waiting for me, why didn't they turn the alarm off themselves? Oh! That's it now. There we go. Now, because she works for the security agency, the company, she knows the code. If we were playing as Alexander, he knows the code because he lives here. If we were playing as any other character, they wouldn't know the code. Maybe Etienne would. I don't know how close he is to Husher. But Sophie definitely wouldn't know the code, so that alarm would just keep going. And something bad might happen. Because, as you recall, if we make noise, bad stuff happens. Where is everyone? Okay, we still have the map though. We're just gonna pretend that we're looking around for the family, pretend like we're not exactly beelining for where Alexander died. Hello? Is everyone okay? The lights are on, but nobody's home. Very suspicious. Oh. There's a disgusting trail on the ground. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Should I follow it, or... Let's go check over here. Oh. Ah. So, now we've picked up the package that contains all of the items and all of the files the previous character picked up. And now I'm going to kill Alina again. No. Nope, still dangerous. Should I follow that mark on the ground? If it's still there. Oh, it's gone now. Oh. Maybe I should have followed that. I've never seen that before. I have a feeling if I'd followed that, I probably would have gotten killed. But maybe I should have followed it. Damn. Yeah, maybe I should have followed it. We have two other characters, it's fine. If I was Alina right now, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going home. I don't think I should stick around here any longer. Where is everybody? Fortunately, Alina knows that she has glue and this, so... There we go. Chiver? Seems safe. Yeah, I'm really regretting not following that now. I wonder what was there. I wonder what it led to. Nothing good. Because it was like a trail of disgusting muck and there was like handprints in it. So I'm going to assume if I followed that round the corner, I probably would have died. Which would have been very sad for Alina here. Metal hook, an expandable metal hook. This hook is very handy to use if you're tiny and you can't reach something far away. More notes, more fancy notes. Dear Sebastian, everything is falling apart. I don't know what is happening to my telephone, but I can't seem to reach you, which is why I'm writing this. As I do, I pray it's not too late. Sebastian, do not listen to the music box. I repeat, do not listen to that music box. Something is wrong with that melody. I hear it over and over in my head. While I walk, when I read, while I eat or sleep, even in my dreams. And those are getting worse and worse. I feel observed, Sebastian. At first it only happened in my dreams, but lately I also feel it while I'm awake, although I find it increasingly hard to tell the difference these days. There's something here with me, a strange presence, in the halls behind each door I turn my back to. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm so sorry, my dear friend. I curse the day I sent you that box. Isaac Faber. 15th of August. So once again we find someone is finding it hard to differentiate between dreams and reality when they're asleep and when this weird stuff's happening to them. Uh-oh. Creepy. We have the hook now, so we can go into here and go into the attic. Ooh. There we go.
I hope there's something interesting in the attic.
Sure. I mean, why else are we snooping around? More crying. Oh.
Who is that?
Now, if you remember carefully back to where Alexander was killed, we saw two figures in that room. One of them obviously being Saul, and the other being the mother, Catherine. Catherine was wearing the white dress. Now, if you think back to all the times we've seen a figure, like when we looked outside, we saw someone standing by the swings, we saw someone closing one of the cupboard doors, it was a person in white. So I think we can safely assume that this entity that we keep seeing is Catherine, or what's left of her, or what she became.
What happened, baby? Are you okay?
No, she's not okay. She's entered her goth phase.
What? What is this?
Ooh. Sebastian Husher's haikus. A series of small poems written by Sebastian P. Husher. Nobody knows what inspired them. A crying friend, a parting gift, but only if they're themselves. Oh!
Ay Dios, where did she go? She was right here.
Is that the camera obscura? Credo, people always say, Alina, you're gonna become an old maid. They need to mind their own business. Let's have a look around the attic. I only see ugly emotions reflected in those faces. The painting is the 14th of July, 1798, and it's the same shape of the painting that was missing from the staircase, so we can take those last two numbers, 9 and 8, and use them for the safe. I'm so sad when I look at this painting. Okay, and if we remember back to the scaffolding plan, you can see the scaffolding is on the left-hand side, which would be our right. If, for instance, I was to be a silly person and walk out and try and go out this window, Alina would fall to her death. But let's try and keep her alive for at least a little bit longer. So we're gonna go out here. Ooh, what's this? So desolate, it makes me want to cry. Paintings from January 1811. There's some scaffolding from an old construction job. I can reach it through the window. Yes. So, we'll go out this window, we get to live. The other window is a death trap.
I hope no one at the company finds out about this.
I see they never finished their work, which is implying that the people who were working here on the extension using the scaffolding, the construction workers, probably were killed, taken by the presence as well. Sky's so beautiful outside the city, I bet they could even see the stars.
Ma'am, are you there?
Old souvenirs and notepads. These seigneurs of this house must travel a lot.
Uh-huh.
Please come back. We can't leave the house.
Pero, where did the family go?
And if you look down here, you can see the gas lamp that they were using. They were crowding around, and the 3 pillows that they were all sat on. So I like the fact that we're seeing all these little bits and we can put them all together, that they were here. I guess they survived, but by the looks of this, they didn't. This is when they were taken. But then we saw Saul's picture and the photo, so who knows? I could hide underneath this table. Good to know. What's that? Blue rag doll. The doll is wearing a hat. She's looking so dirty. Good idea to get ready for a shower. I want to look at those albums, but right when I try, I hear the voice of my sister saying, "Lena, don't be a chimosa. These are private things." Another note. Fourth letter from Isaac Faber, sent the 26th of August 1998. Sebastian, I received the music box again. I can't even stand to look at it, but still, I hear its music. After returning it to me, has anything changed? Do you feel better? If so, maybe I should do the same, don't you think? I should try and find the previous owner, if that's even possible. Have you discovered anything? Please do tell me. I can't sleep or stay awake. I feel a presence. There is something here with me. Sounds like it's getting worse for Faber. Like, much, much worse. Even though he hasn't had the music box with him for some time, by the sounds of it, it only got increasingly worse. Yeah, I'm thinking if I was Alina right now, I'd be like, well, my shift's done, so I think I might go home. Especially when all these weird sounds start happening and the lights are flashing. Yeah, I think it's time to go home. I would definitely leave. Somewhere else I could just sit back, relax, and watch the wind blowing through the trees. But not here. Okay. Let's head down to the servants' quarters, now that we have the key, and go see if we can find any signs of Masha. Or just leave. Unfortunately, even though it would be pretty funny, we can't leave. I kind of wish they'd added, just for Alina, maybe the option of her just leaving. There are some horror games that do actually do that, where they'll have a part where you can just turn around and leave and you get an ending. I always like it when games do that. I kind of wish they did it for her, because she's no part of this. She has no connection outside of just a job that she's currently doing. Like, barely an obligation. Right, let's use Masha's key. And before we head in, let's listen to the door. Seems clear. What was that? Ooh. Okay. Game's trying to freak me out again, and it's working. The wall is full of notes written by hand, in many in a strange language. Alright, that sounds clear. There's a note. Note from Masha to her husband Alexander, left in the Husher Mansion, written September 20th. I think this makes it the most recent letter that we found. Alexander, I wish you never had to find this note. I left the house, or at least I tried. I pray this is not the last time you hear from me. I haven't seen Miss Catherine or the children in days. Sometimes I hear them cry upstairs, but I can never find them. They always seem to be in the room next door, even if no such room doesn't exist. There's something horrendous here with us, something that I can't describe. I barely dare to leave our room anymore. I have to go before it's too late. I love you, Masha. Considering what I just saw, I think something popped up in the window just as I walked through the door. I think that was Masha. See a statue of the Virgin Mary and a young lady's picture. I think she's from the East. You never ironed these clothes as far as I could tell. There's another doll. Orange rag doll. With a short ponytail. Another bathroom. I think this makes it the 4th, maybe 5th bathroom we've been in. These towels look like they've been here for weeks. I know horror games in general have like a weird obsession with bathrooms. I guess it's how... Oh, what's that? In Peru, we've got Bibles laying around everywhere. In my family, I'm the only one who chooses spirituality closer to nature. Ooh. Pills for falling asleep. A lot are missing. Uh-oh.
Why it's so cold all of a sudden?
Oh boy. Okay. Let's leave. Let's go outside where it isn't cold. Can I? I think it's safe. I can't really tell. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay. No, it's going away. Oh boy. Yeah. I think the game is trying to freak me out.
Ah!
Woo, okay, alright, sure.
Who's there?
You know what, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave. The game is definitely trying to freak me out now. That seems safe. You know what, let's just go hang out outside for a bit. Just for a little bit. Just get some fresh air. Okay, I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look back at the footage, but I think when I walked through the door, something appeared in the window? Or maybe it was that dress mannequin. Something happened here. I just saw a flash of it. Okay. Phew. Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're all fine. I should just leave. Why am I not just leaving? Alright, back in we go. Apparently Alina is determined to figure out what's going on here. Even though she's in incredible danger. Right, let's see if this is safe now. Seems safe. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh no, our walkie-talkie's starting to make noise. That's bad. That means something's coming to get us. Universal solvent. There's a lot of solvent left. Okay. Oh, ooh, look at that rust texture. I know I'm in danger, but let's take a second to appreciate that rust texture. That's very good. Ooh, that looks great. Anyway, I'm in danger. Oh no. Uh-oh. It's getting closer. Yep, it's getting closer. Can I just... Let's just go outside. I feel like we're safe outside. What if I just go home, though? What if we just leave? Can we not leave? Okay. She's panicky and she's looking around. I don't think we're safe. Oh boy, I think we have to go back in. Yeah, I think we have to go back in. Let's go into the basement and, oh boy. Let's go into the basement and go look at the safe. Something's coming. The radio is getting more and more louder. Okay. Let's try and remember. It was 4... Oops. 7... 9 and 8. There we go. Another doll. I'm not sure if I should go back up or not. Because there is a hiding space down here if we need it. Oh, Alina, you should have went home. You should have went home when you had the chance. I mean, the front door's right there. We could just go right home. I think that was a good time to go home. Now that I'm being actively pursued by some otherworldly creature presence. So, Alina, being very, very sensible, she just left, went home. She totally just went home, trust me. She just got out because she knew it was too much. She wasn't getting paid for that. That's more than her job's worth. So she just went home and lived the rest of her days happy and never looked back because this has nothing to do with her. She went home to her sister and they lived happily ever after. Anyway, Sophie is still looking for Daniel. Let's go look for Daniel. Right. Now Sophie finally going to find what happened to her ex-husband Daniel. We've already lost one person, Alexander, and Alina went home. So now we can have Sophie try and figure out what the hell is going on. From her perspective, you know, she doesn't know what the hell's going on. She saw a lady in some overalls run out and say, whatever, this has nothing to do with me. Here, you take all this stuff. All that Sophie knows is that she's got dolls to put in a dollhouse. And that will somehow help Daniel. She read all the documents, it's fine. Trust me, it's fine. She's clever. She put it all together herself. Where else is the doll supposed to go except a dollhouse? And it's marked on the map. The slim justification really helps sell the bait. Ooh, whoops, whoa, I'm losing control. That's fine. Aha, dollhouse. Okay, this dollhouse is marvelous. So, if we go back and read Saul's little clue here, he said, one will be hungry, so her friend will make dinner for her. The other one will read while her mum takes a shower. The ugly one will watch the door so nobody comes in. So, the easiest way to do this is start with the most obvious doll. We have a doll here wearing a shower cap. Alright, we'll put her in the shower. We know another doll is reading. This doll has glasses and therefore is a nerd, so she's reading books. We have these three left. So one's in the kitchen making the food for the other one that's hungry. So we have one with a nose. One with a smile, one with a nose. So the one with the mouth, the smile, that means she's hungry because she can eat. So the one with the nose is cooking because she's using her nose to smell the food. Go with me on this. It makes perfect sense. And then the ugly one guards the door. Hidden key. Goodness gracious, a key.
Huh.
What's this key for? It seems out of place even for this house. Well, we know that something was going on in the smoking room. We know that that's where Daniel disappeared. Sophie doesn't. But she pieced it together. Don't worry. She's very clever. So let's head back down to the smoking room now. Very slowly. Very slowly. We don't want to lose anyone else. I mean, the one character that we lost. That mirror wasn't broken before. What have you seen, Sophie? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that.
My God, what is that thing?
For all you know, that thing's always been there. I'm speechless. Aid us, save us, we are doomed. A faded piece of paper mysteriously appeared in the Husher mansion. So that's the place we want to get into. But if we have a little close listen, maybe we don't want to go in there right now. So if you remember back to what we just did with the dollhouse, we placed the dolls around. The dollhouse itself was a reconstruction or an imitation of the actual mansion. We put the dolls in certain rooms, for instance, the dining room, and now one of these things has appeared in the dining room. We also put the dark, ugly one in that room, and now it's cursed. So, we need to dispel the curse. The next nearest one was the other doll who was cooking in the kitchen, so let's go to the kitchen now. Ooh, matches.
Yes.
Don't mind if I do. Burn the place down, Sophie. Burn it all. Oh, there you are.
So there's more than one.
Bound, enslaved to its desire. Also, we haven't been through here yet. Seems safe. Oh, master key. There we go. Oh. I used to climb into empty wardrobes like this playing as hide and seek as a girl. Bunch of items pale. Nah, impossible to give her. Nothing important by the looks of things. Oh dear. The dead little birdies. Why are they left to die first? What a monstrosity. Obviously no one here to take care of them. Everyone's missing. Firewood. I think you know where this is going, Sophie, and yeah, you should 100% do it. Do it right now. Burn the entire building out. I think... Look. I know you care for Daniel. Even though you broke up, got divorced. I think it's time we just burn the building down. I think that might be for the best. So, the other two dolls were in the upper floor, one in the shower, one in the library. I like the fact... Oh no. Not this again. I don't think I should follow that. Why would you tease me like this, video game? I'm going to ignore that. We're not following it. That seems like a trap. One of these days I'll follow it and see where it goes to. But for now, let's just leave it. Help us make it pull us through. Hopefully that mud or muck is gone. It's not. Let's go outside. Because I don't want to go down there. Because I have a feeling it's gonna get bad. I'm feeling it's gonna be an instant death. So if I go out, come back in. Look, it's nice and clear now. I'm fascinated to know what, because I've never seen that one before today. Fascinated to know what it does. Oh! Poor little birdie.
Huh. Poor bird. Probably died instantly.
I guess the birds are just cursed. Here we go. Toss the dark one in the fire. So, aid us, save us, we are doomed, bound, enslaved to its desire. Help us make it, pull us through. Toss the dark one in the fire. Okay, so. Oh. Hi, Alina, you came back.
Excuse me. Are you from the security company? Hello?
Uh-oh. So.
I should have listened to Mama, and now it's too late.
When a character dies, Alina didn't die, but when a character dies, they have a chance of coming back.
Jesus, he was the savior.
And since they've come back, I have a chance to go over and talk to them, and one of two things might happen. I can get their special item, or they'll kill me. Because it could be a trap. But Alina's fine, she survived, she went home, she's just, you know, don't worry, Alina.
I was wrong.
That's really sad, actually. She totally escaped, don't worry. I genuinely feel bad for her, and I usually don't play as her because she's completely innocent, like, she has no connection to this, she's just doing her job. I feel bad when she dies. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I feel bad now. Oh no. It's legitimately sad. No, none of that happened. Don't let it get to you. Here I am, trying to construct a narrative. Alright, there's the dark one. Something bizarre is going on with that horrid doll. I'm taking it with me, and I'm burning it. And the house. Yeah, here I am, trying to make a narrative, and the game is, trying to spoil that by making it sad. Don't worry, she made it out. That's just the dark presence trying to trick us. It probably wasn't even Lena anyway. If I went over and talked to her, it probably would have killed me. The dark presence is using our memory against us, because we saw Lena on the way in, and she handed over all that stuff to us. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Alright, time to burn the place down. Soot all over, perhaps I could get it to light somehow. Well, first thing we're going to need is some firewood. There we go. And we need something to light it, like an accelerant, so we got some solvent.
Yes.
And even though that she's clearly holding a candle right now, we need to use these matches. There. That ammonia is making my eyes tear up. Ah, yes. I'll do that. And now, we throw the evil doll into the fire.
The fire was definitely the best place for that hideous thing.
Yes, it was. I'm of the opinion that there's no better place to put the horrid doll than the middle of flames. Good. Okay, now that the doll is burnt, we can finally get into the smoking room And save Daniel. Ooh. Yep. Doll's burnt, the room is nice and clear now. Oh, and the door's back. It's okay to leave, just like Alina did.
But what on earth is that door doing there?
Alright. This seems like a bad idea. There's a lock on it. Bloody hell, this is surreal. Well, we'll use the old key that we found. Done. I doubt the key will be of any use again. Yeah, just get rid of that thing. It's probably cursed too.
What?
Oh. Well.
Shit, what did I get myself into?
That's a great question. I don't think you want to know. Oh. What in the world is this place? What are all those writings? Why that horrid damp smell? Oh, hi. Oh god. That's appropriate. That's very appropriate. Oh. What is this hideous place? Right now, we probably will... Oh, good. We won't know for a while. We will eventually know what this place is, though. Well, let's find Daniel and get out of here. Where are you, Daniel? Nope. Nope. Where's Daniel gone? Oh. There he is.
Oh my god, Daniel!
Help! Someone help us, please!
Everyone's dead. Who's gonna help you?
They finally found
Oh, Alina.
I was feverish, dehydrated, and terrified. But alive.
He's been in here for at least 3 days.
The hospital, but I did mumble a few questions about the music box. I had heard it. The endless, grim song it played wouldn't stop hammering in my brain. I would even swear I'd seen it there on the table, on the other side of the mirror. No, impossible. There was no box. It was just a hallucination.
Sure.
A mirage. I needed to rest.
He says mirage weird.
Rest.
Was the whole thing a hallucination, Daniel?
Where am I?
Uh-oh. And that's the end of the episode. So, that figure at the end there, that could be possibly one of two people. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to look at it very frame by frame. But the person, the creature, was wearing white. Hush's wife, from what we saw of the manifestation, was dressed like that. So there's a good indication that that was Hush's wife, what became of her. Or it's a different character. I think it's Hush's wife, though. And if you remember the photo that we looked at that said, do not look at this photo, it's the exact same face. So I think that's supposed to be Hush's wife. Each episode has its own unique kind of creature. Taken? Ghoul? I don't know what to call them. But yeah, I think that's that. Anyway, that was episode 1. I hope you enjoyed that. I will go on with episode 2 if people want. We'll see how this goes, but thank you for watching. If you want to see more of this, I've got a Twitch channel, twitch.com/sometimesAtom. Should be linked or whatever. I stream games like this all the time. We have lots of little features on the chat and various things, like a horror bingo, and lots of commands, and lots of fun. So if you want to join in that, come on over. I stream Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you again for the next time. Bye.